We are hopping on hydration station once again. Drink your water, it is good for you. And while you're grabbing your beverage of choice for our daily cheers, I just want to say thanks again for all the love on the Y2K collection. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, jocebedard.com, super easy peasy. All the other collections also are on there still. So thank you. Thank you for all the support on all collections and just my videos always. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Cheers. Hope you're having a good day. Prepare to be annoyed because we have entitled people who think the world revolves around them, and that's always annoying. Ugh, I hate people like that. I'm gonna be annoyed. So if you want to be annoyed, keep watching. Last month, I was flying to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. The flight was canceled after multiple failed attempts to fix a mechanical problem. It sucked, but hey, we didn't die. Always words to live by. But did you die? Cue irate woman going off on the ticket agent who had nothing to do with the plane. This agent was doing her absolute best trying to reroute everyone that she could. We were literally the last plane out of the Charlotte airport that night, and this woman stayed past her normal shift to help all the stranded people. Nevertheless, the passenger from hell still went off on her. The worst part was when she made the comment, "It feels like you don't even seem sorry." The agent replied, "Excuse me?" The woman said, "Well, all our plans are ruined. We had a car rented and a hotel. Now all our plans are ruined and you don't even seem sorry." Once again, the agent said, "I'm trying to help you. I didn't cause this problem for you." Back and forth it went until the ticket agent basically told this adult woman to stop acting like a child. At that point, the passenger completely lost her mind. She turned around to the woman behind her in line and, I kid you not, said, "Mom, are you gonna let her talk to me like that? I'm 28 years old. I'm not a child." I could not keep it together at that point. I was just laughing with tears coming out. Really, girl? You're asking your mom to defend you for someone telling you that you're acting like a child? That is so embarrassing. The fact that your mom was there, I thought that was just a random lady.
My father would hear about this.
My mom would never let me act like that. She'd be like, "I'm not defending you. Stop acting like a child." I agree with the ticket agent. I feel bad for those people. Missed flights, travel plans canceled, things like that. It's very stressful. And people always just take it out on whatever staff is there, even though it's completely out of their control and they're just getting paid hourly to be there. I'm a flight attendant. Oh boy. All hail to the flight attendants. You know, like we should really just be cheersing to that. One time a passenger had a heart attack during boarding. We started CPR and we were trying to revive him with the AED. All of a sudden another passenger started yelling at us because he was going to miss his connecting. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna miss your connecting flight? Well, this man is going to miss his next frickin' heartbeat, sir. Priorities. He told us that we should open the plane door and throw him out so that we could still take off on time. I love humans. Amazingly, multiple other passengers actually agreed with him and joined in on the yelling. "Sorry, I forgot that your appointments are more important than this guy's life." That's terrifying. Honestly, that's terrifying to know that there are humans out there that if I was having a heart attack on this plane, all they would care about and their suggestion would be, "Hey, open the door. Toss her out. Let's get this plane in the air." So comforting, you know? Do you ever find peace in the world? Because I don't. A customer at the hotel I worked at once asked me for my manager's personal cell phone number so that she could call her up and complain that I, 7 months pregnant at the time, would not carry a heavy refrigerator for her that she had not paid for in the cost of her new room, up to her second story room for which we did not have an elevator. Okay, pregnant or not, to carry a heavy refrigerator upstairs because there's no elevator, no, that's a hazard. Rather than just accept an upgrade for free. Why? Because she had already unpacked her clothes and didn't want to have to repack them all to move them to the new room.
The inconvenience.
She refused to believe that we offered rooms without fridges, and she insisted that I was probably just being fat and lazy. When I refused to give her my manager's cell phone number, she asked for our company's corporate number instead. I wrote it down on a sticky note with a smiley face. She came back down a few minutes later and asked to move rooms. This time, I made her pay the difference. As you should. When I worked at a bakery, a woman once came in, bought a chocolate cupcake, and then ate half of it. Oh, I could go for a chocolate cupcake. The woman then asked if she could return her half-eaten chocolate cupcake, not because she didn't like it, but because she wanted to exchange it for half of a vanilla cupcake, or in her words, something less decadent. Like most bakeries, we did not sell cupcakes by the half. She became offended when I asked if she wanted to purchase one full vanilla cupcake as an alternative to this plot. Imagine living in such a world in your mind that you think you can go into a bakery, eat half a cupcake, and then ask to eat basically the half of another cupcake. Like, oh, I'm just gonna make up my own rules. I'd like to purchase half of this cupcake and half of that one. Like, honestly, what is the world coming to? The world is already came to, and it's f***ed up. My cousin once wanted a new TV, so she threw her old one out the window. My uncle reacted by buying her a brand new flat screen TV. She was 16 years old at the time. Great parenting lesson. You really showed her. She learned a very valuable lesson today, didn't she? I was working retail one afternoon when an entitled person walked in with an item to return. My first glance, it was no big deal. She was just coming in to return a shirt. She walked up to the register, handed me the receipt to start processing, and we exchanged a pleasant greeting. No problem so far. I then take the shirt out of the bag to examine it, and it's beyond disgusting. There were brown sweat stains all over it, from the armpits to the stomach to the shoulder. It looked like whoever wore it rolled it around in a pool of mud or some such nonsense. It was completely unsellable. I proceeded to tell this person that I could not possibly accept a return on the product because it had clearly been used to a point where it was damaged, and that only unused and resellable items could be returned according to our store policy. Yeah, entitled people don't like store policies. The woman then proceeded to throw a fit. She started screaming at me and accusing me of calling her a liar and whatnot. I held up the shirt, pointed to the brown pit stains, and said, "Madam, can't you see this enormous stain?" Oh man, did that comment make the situation worse. She stepped her anger up, continued to make a huge scene, and demanded to speak to the manager that very instant. Newsflash, lady, I am the manager. Ultimate revenge. And I had no intention of budging. After 20 or so minutes of complaining and arguing back and forth, she finally left the store with a promise that she would be complaining to the corporate head office and getting me promptly fired. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. The same nonsense that they always say when they are angry. Fast forward a few days. The guy walks into the store, finds the first store associate he can, and immediately asks for me by name. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Anyway, my associate brings the guy over to where I'm standing, and I politely greet him and ask how I can be of service. The guy proceeds to spend the next 10 minutes apologizing to me for his crazy wife. The lady from the other day who verbally abused my staff and myself a few days prior. Yes, we remember. Apparently, the guy went to the beach and did some type of exercise training class in the sand. Hence, the giant stains. His wife knew all of this as she was at the class with him. The guy ended up not liking the shirt for some reason, and his wife thought that she could pull a fast one on us by making a big scene. Think again, lady. Oh my God. The fact that he went there out of his way to apologize, number one, but also throw his wife under the bus and be like, yo, so I actually wore the shirt and I went to a workout class with my wife. So that is why there were sweat stains. Like, totally. Just threw his wife under the bus. Oh God. Like, what is even going on? My hair is clean. I don't understand why it looks dirty. Like, what is happening? A girl in my class tried to sue a local blogger to take a story down that mentioned her because it allegedly violated their privacy by commenting on a project that she was involved with. He had to waste his time going to an appeals court to get the cease and desist order lifted. So a blogger wrote a story commenting on a project that she was involved with, and you wanted to sue them for that? Was it bad? I don't think that's how it works. So, I mean, clearly, if it was lifted, then it obviously didn't get very far. Our local zoo hosted an Easter egg hunt a long time ago. The event started at 10 in the morning, and the line to get in was utterly insane. They hid something like 5,000 eggs, and there were an estimated 1,000 people there. So they had to ask everyone who entered to just find 5 eggs and then leave. We saw this family come out with a kid, and they had a freaking garbage bag filled to the brim with eggs. It's always that one person who ruins it. As if that wasn't bad enough, the kid was screaming and crying because he still wanted more eggs and did not want to leave yet. I then heard his parents promising profusely to take him to a toy store to buy more eggs as soon as they left. Sounds like a perfect solution, right? That kid will definitely learn the values of sharing and respect that way. Not my thought exactly. What a lesson to be learned. Also, this sounds like a good time. Can you imagine doing an Easter egg hunt at a zoo as a kid? That would be so, as an adult too, that would be so fun. A man once passed out in my dad's laundromat right inside the doorway. As my dad was trying to take care of him, another customer repeatedly shoved the door open against the unconscious man's body, even as my dad was telling him to stop, and then walked over the body to go do his laundry without batting an eye. How can any human being act like that? It makes my blood boil. Same. Y'all, there was a man literally having a heart attack on a plane and all they said was toss him out the window. Like, we have to live and exist with these humans. Is that not terrifying to anybody else? Yeah, people are whack, okay? Luckily, we're not. So cheers to that. And I hope you guys have a good day. I'm getting out of here. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. I'll see you tomorrow.